until you harness that area of gift and talent. You have not done your best. Because what awaits you in that talent and gifting, you cannot fathom it yourself. You cannot believe you can do that well, except you go into that area and people begin to give you feedback. Say, wow, so you carry this grace, you have this in you. You look at yourself, you say, is it me that is doing this? It's because you have harnessed your area of gifting and your area of talent. Until you begin to harness that gifting and talent, and you also brush it up with skill by learning, by studying in that area, you cannot prove to God that you have done your best. You remember the parable of the talent? The one that he gave when he went to keep. He said, I know you are a very shrewd master. I know you are God. You don't need me. You are all powerful. You don't need anything from me. He said, you are a wicked person. God expects us to work on our talent and our gift. Don't say God is all powerful. When they call me to minister, I don't need to come with anything. God has everything. Yes, I've always been telling you, God can do anything, but he doesn't do anything by principle. God is very powerful. He can do anything in this world, but he doesn't work that way according to the Bible. So all those things you are expecting him to do, he will not do it except it's according to his principle. So we hide under the fact that God is powerful, God is awesome. But he said, I don't walk that way. I have told you the way I walk. So except you key into that area, you won't see it. So you don't expect him to walk the way, you don't equate the mightiness of God to the way you want him to relate with you. If you want to be walking that way, he will not give us his book, which is the Bible, for us to understand his ways. There are ways God does not walk, even though he has the capacity to do it. There are things God will not do. It's not that he doesn't have the capacity, but it's against his principle, so it's not going to work that way. Like I told you here last week, I said you want to be born again. Except you go through Jesus Christ, you cannot be born again. Is it that God cannot do it? Yes, he can do it, but he said, I don't do it that way. This is the way I want it done. So somebody said, I want to be born again now. I want to fast 100 days. I want 100 ministers of God to lay hands on me. That cannot make you to be born again. It's very simple. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and you will be saved. You don't go that way. Whatever other way you have gone, you cannot get it. Even though God is powerful, even though God can do anything. But he said, I don't do it. This is the way I want to do it. Same way this morning, I want to encourage you that the best way by which you can present your best, that you can prove to God that this is my best, is for you to go back and begin to harness that special area that God has put in you. For everyone, God gave gifts and talent. It has been inculcated into us while we are born. We carry it everywhere. You need to look inward. Discover that area. You need to brush it up with more skill, probably by learning, by studying, or just watching some people, getting some people to encourage you in that area. Then you can prove your best to present yourself to God as one that is approved. Once you can harness that and present your best, that is when God will see you doing best in your area. He said, as a worker that has no need to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. It's so important for us to ensure that we harness our area of gift and talent so that we can do well in our calling. That's actually the whole thing I'm trying to talk about this morning. Remember, we are looking at our calling and being chosen into offices. We're also looking at how do we do well in those areas. Why is it that some people are not doing very well and they keep praying, they are fasting, they've forgotten the fact that there is something that the Lord has packaged in them all along that is expected to make them to perform extraordinarily well in their ministry. Because the only way you can perform extraordinarily well, you can perform above expectation, you can get your best, is for you to harness your area of gift and talent and begin to equate it in your calling. Because God has packaged it that way. It has packaged the gift to precede the calling, so that when the calling comes, the gift will help it. I said it's going to open doors. I said it's going to equip you. I said it's going to guide you. How do we develop our gift and talent? I've talked about that. Proverbs 22:29. He said, do you see a man that is skillful in his work? He will stand before king. He will not stand before men. I've just explained that you have to develop this skill and talent by learning or by studying. Why? Why do you need to develop it? It's so that you will move from the area of operating at the lower level to the higher level. The gift and the talent that you have been using at the local level, if you brush it up by learning, by studying and all that, you begin to stand before kings, before great men, because you have polished it, and it's because it's your area of ability, you are going to do very well in it. Can't you just imagine? You know how many people you have gone to school together, and you study so many courses and all that, but you see some people doing very well, and it's the same thing you have been taught. Some of them have not even gone for higher degree like you. But when you see them practicing, they are doing very well. It's amazing. Majority of people follow them to do that course. The course is actually meant for some particular people. Why? Those ones, they are packaged for it. All they came to do in school that time was to brush it so that they can be before kings. But other people that follow them to school to study that one, they have gone to learn things in the area that they are not built for. So they can just only, the best of them will be average in that area. The best of them will be average. But those guys that they are gifted and talented in that particular area, even while they are still in school, the lecturer is just confirming what God has built in them and polishing it for them. Those are the kind of people that by the time they want to graduate, they are already giving them letter, come and become lecturers in this school also. Because he knows something that needs to be delivered here. And in a short time, you see that person doing very well in that, because there is an area that you are being packaged for. I'm emphasizing this morning because I see the lacking, the gap, even in ministry and in calling. I see people wandering around. I see people having a lot of struggle in ministry because they left behind their area of capacity, their area of potential. They didn't bring it into ministry because they felt that since God has called them, everything is garbage. So everything is garbage. So they came afresh and said, God, now give me the gift again, because I won't give you. I've given you before. Go and pick it. God is not a waste. And he doesn't make error. So the one he gave you before, what happened to it? He said, go back and do that one. Is not. What are the prescription now that you have come as a good son for calling? They will remove that one. He has gift already. Give him the spiritual. Give him the strength. Give him the power. Don't give him natural gift. We gave him before. So it will be lacking because you have it. You are not using it. But you keep praying every time. God, what do I do to achieve my mandate? God, what will help my ministry to do well? God, how can I be performing extraordinarily well? God, how can my calling be assured? How can my ministry do well? And God keep looking. Say, my people have perished for lack of knowledge. Said, until they know the truth, they cannot be set free. This morning, I believe the Lord will set us free in the name of Jesus. It's important that we meditate, we go back. Let's think back into those things that the Lord has given us freely, that the Lord has blessed us with. Those gifts and talent that the Lord has given unto us. What we do naturally without stress, that we have been doing and we have been having great comments. And people say, did you study the engineering? I said, no, I didn't study. I just know about it. All those things are great comments have been coming, but you have not been taking cognizance. And presently you are really struggling in your area. You are struggling in your calling. You are struggling in your chosen field. You need to look back, think back, and discover the gift and the talent that the Lord has given you. Except you equate those things in what you are doing now. You are a minister of God. You are called. You have to go back and pick those things, dust them, make them to be skillful by learning by studying about it. Bring it up so that you can be at your best. The desire of God is that every one of us will do well in our area, either in chosen career or in our calling. I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. All heads bow, shall we?